Okay, let's see here. First things first, before we start the Anna run, I forgot to check out the gallery because we're gonna have a new image featuring a Dean, and it looks like a good one. Ah, she's trying to make a sandcastle. That is adorably awesome. That was kind of a fun little conversation that we had, talking about how she uses her dexterous feet to do things. I'm so glad that the game is actually showing that. By the way, I have a habit of forgetting to check out these gallery images. I really hope that I don't forget to check out the final gallery image when we get the best ending, because I won't have another stream to show it in. Okay, time for Keepa's favorite dragon. We're gonna start our Anna run. Continue your journey, Erika. Okay, same opening as usual. We wake up, and we skip ahead. We meet Sebastian and Maverick and Reza. Reza shoots Maverick, etc. First murder investigation with Bryce. Oh, Anna! Oh yeah, and during the opening sequence stuff, we meet Anna, and she takes a blood sample from us. We actually had the first couple of dates with Anna on my very first run. I went to see her the first time because I thought maybe the blood sample would come into play. Then, at the end of the first date, I got suckered into another date, so I kind of went on that one. So this will be familiar territory, but it's also been a month and a half since I did my first run. Possibly even closer to 2 months. So I'm not going to necessarily rush through these first dates, even though we've already seen them. Not super rushy anyway. Don't need to meet her here, so she's gotta be around somewhere. Production facility had many different wings, covering everything from research to processing, in addition to production. It was easy to get lost if you didn't know where you were going. Heard some commotion in the distance. When I approached, surprised to see not only Anna, but Remy as well. Remy gets around. Seemed to be in the middle of a heated conversation. Thought it would be inappropriate to approach now, so I remained several paces back out of their field of vision, but still close enough to be able to make out their words, as I tend to do. We have heard the rumors. So you come to me on the basis of rumors? Is that how you operate? What do you want from me? We're gonna find out what these rumors are on this run. Not the first time you've been in trouble, you know. They might not be so lenient with you this time. I don't know what you are talking about. Consider this a warning. You should proceed carefully for your own good. If you wanted to threaten me, the least you could have done was to send someone more intimidating. You may be larger than I am, but even I can see that you're just a big coward. You wouldn't dare to put your dirty claws on me. I wouldn't. I'm here as a courtesy to you, not to threaten or intimidate. Do with that information whatever you wish. You know we'll be back, and if they find anything, there will be consequences. Do you think I care? This attitude of yours is not helpful. Neither are you. Well, I've said what I came here to say. Good luck. Whatever. I am, at the very least, going to be doing something a little different during this first date. There's going to be a trivia game midway through it, and I want to see if I can get the correct answers to it. I returned to leave, started walking my direction. I ducked. Wasn't sure if he'd seen me. As far as I remember, he didn't. Either way he left, I was safe to approach now. Turns out you've seen this before. Either you could watch this again, or we could save some time and just skip to the end of the scene. The end of which scene, may I ask? I'm just curious. To the end of the trivia contest. Good thing I saved, cause no, I am not letting you win if I can help it. Hello? Hey. Wait, how long have you been here? I kinda saw everything. Not that it matters much anyway. This is just par for the course for me. I know, Remy. What's the problem? The nerve of that guy. He probably wouldn't be so uptight if it wasn't for that thing with his girlfriend a few years ago. But I don't care about him. It's his superiors that are the problem. They don't like me and the research I'm doing. They cite their traditions and values, claiming that those are what have kept us alive for so long. Makes me wonder what Emira thinks of you. I don't think she really brought you up any, aside from when you were dead. But didn't say anything about you personally otherwise. If anything were to change, it would obviously fracture the base this society is built on, cause it all to collapse, tear apart families, and allow all hell to break loose. At least if you believe those old-timers who keep repeating these phrases. And all that nonsense because of my research. Valuable research that could save lives, mind you. I feel like at one point we learned what it was that you were trying to do. Was it curing cancer? I feel like you were trying to cure cancer. What kind of research are we talking about? I could show you sometime, but we're here to have fun, right? I thought you wanted to show me, since you said we were both in biology and all that. Sure, but after doing this all day, you'll have to excuse me for not wanting to talk about it even more. Wasting my time with that guy was just another setback. Not that I don't already have more than enough work to do. Even right now, I'm supposed to be working overtime. I guess you could give me the tour some other time, then. I will. Oh, and thanks for the blood, by the way. The results aren't in yet, but I'll let you know when they are. Well, I've got my blood results from another timeline if you want to see a sneak peek at what they are. Good. I'm just as curious about the results as you are. No, you aren't. She's right. I'm just humorizing her. I'm way curiouser than you are. Curiouser? Is that even a word? It is, since an author popularized its use where I came from. Curiouser and curiouser. It is weird to think of curiouser not actually being a word. Then I am way more curiouser than you are. Not if I am the curiousest. Excuse me for a moment, but I must weep for the English language. At this rate, why don't you just say you're the most curiouserest? Hey, given what we know now about this taking place 65 million years ago, do dragons question why the English language is called the English language? I'm not sure. I am not a linguist. Are you? Not exactly, but I have a way with words. My tongue is quite skilled, or so I hear. Some might even say cunning. So, are you saying that you are a cunning girl? In any case, if you have to work overtime today, does that mean I should wait for you, or do you want me to come back another time? Neither. I think my break should start right about now. I believe on my first run, I said I hope no one notices your unscheduled break. She did not really appreciate the comment, but it also did not ruin the date. Kiba says a lot of things still make no sense in this dragon society. I mean, it does once you have the explanation for it. This being 65 million years ago, and dragons being created by a time traveler, originally created as bioweapons, and as bioweapons, they are genetically incapable of fighting the human way, and so they uphold a lot of traditions that their human creator taught them, including furniture. Anyway, this time I will say, what a lucky coincidence. It is, isn't it? So, where are we going? I don't know where you are going, but I think I need a coffee or 5. You can tag along if you like. Sure, why not? Now that's a convincing reason. I hope you brought your own money, though, because I'm not sharing. I didn't, but everything I purchased is taken care of by my ambassador status. Nice. Actually, that opens up some very interesting possibilities. It might, but I'd rather not do anything too fishy. I don't want to raise any suspicion, you know? Good point. Well, let's go then. After you, milady. Kiba says, without guidance, it would eventually become more dragon-fied. Yeah, I suppose. There are a few things that are kind of a little dragon-fied. Showers are bigger. Apparently, supposedly, there are keyboards made for different dragon types. Regardless, though, there is a little bit, or rather a lot of bit, of human influence still in this world. I'd imagine a large part of it is that humans have basically become a religion. Perhaps having non-human furniture would be blasphemy. There we are. Finally, I can't wait to get some coffee into my system. Hi, Dean! Oh, hello, Erika. Nice to see you again. Hey, who's your companion? Can you just take my order? Be nice to Adine. She's going to be through a lot. I apologize. Let me try that again. Welcome to our establishment. My name's Adine, and I'll be your waitress today. What can I bring you to? I'll have a coffee. Thank you. And what can I bring the esteemed gentleperson on the other side of the table? Just a soda. No problem, I'll be right back. What's her problem? I'm here to order something, not to chit-chat with the employees. I know her, it's fine. If you say so. Here you go, enjoy. I totally needed that. So, you work in that facility. And your point is? What's your job there? I mean, what do you do exactly? We do all kinds of things. The truth is, we just have all kinds of specialized machinery there, which is used by many different people for many different purposes. The building is owned and run by the council, who oversees the schedule. It is quite handy, since you can go from research to testing and even manufacturing, all in the same complex. I started out as a researcher in biology, which is still my main job, but I've been there so long and learned the ins and outs of the building so well that eventually I was asked to take over some managerial duties. Yes, and on that note, I feel like it is a safe bet at this point that Anna is not trying to create an evil clone of me. That was honestly a concern of mine during the first run, because this is a visual novel. Bad things happen. And like I said before, I did see a glimpse of the word betrayal during the opening sequence. At this point, I still have no idea who the betrayal person is. I tried catching who it was. I tried screen capping who it was because I was genuinely curious. I wound up missing that person, but I did catch somebody else. And I'm kind of curious about that person. Just in case I forget later. No. I'll make a note of it in my notes. Because it's kind of interesting. Let me make sure I got the name wrote down. No, I didn't write the name down. Spelling, gonna be kind of important. Kiba says, I think it was Vera. I couldn't really tell. But I couldn't really tell. Anyway, management. Sure, it means more work, but it also allows me to run a personal project every once in a while. Does that sate your curiosity? I've only seen glimpses, but it already sounds like a fascinating place. I'm not sure I'd go so far as to call it fascinating, but it surely does give me a lot of opportunities. Oh, I forgot to ask you what you actually plan to do with my blood and the test results. What is this, interrogation? What do I choose here? What did I choose the first time? Just out of curiosity, yes, totally, you can call your lawyer if you like. Maybe I should. I tell her you hit me, then sue for damages. That last one is tempting. Okay, given what I know about Anna, would she like a snarky response? I'll try for it. Excuse me, princess. Nah, reloading. Though I am glad to know that making a joke about a lawyer is not a bad thing. Alright, I'll finish my drink quietly then, if that's what you'd prefer. Sorry, I'm just stressed out from all the work lately. I'm not getting much respite between my regular work, overtime, personal projects, and other disturbances like that Remy sticking his nose where it doesn't belong. What do you usually do during your free time? Having a good work-life balance is very important, you know. I love my job, I really do. Actually, I love it so much that even in my free time, I still do things that have to do with biology. As I said, I've got the opportunity to do my own projects sometimes, so that's what I focus on when I get the chance. It would be a shame to pass up an opportunity like that without using it. I imagine it's this side project of yours that is getting everybody angry at you. With the current influx of work, I rarely leave the facility if I'm not eating or sleeping. Even right now, I'm only on break and I have to go back for another shift. Maybe you should do something else for a change. Maybe, but right now that's not really an option. It would help if the council weren't constantly sending their lackeys to mess with me. So that wasn't the first time? No, I suppose I'm on their watch list or something. Why is that? It's a long story, and not one for a first date. Well, the good news is, we'll have 5. So you're saying this is a date? No, I'm saying that even if this was a date, which would be more than whatever this is, it wouldn't be very appropriate. Stories about work aren't very romantic. It's always about work with you. Come on, you're on break. Maybe we should do something to take your mind off of all that for once. Like what? I'm not sure. Do you have any other hobbies? Not really. Hey, waitress! How can I help you? Do you have anything here to entertain your guests? Any games or other distractions? I'm not sure. Let me go check. What exactly are you trying to do? Just wait and you'll see. The anticipation is killing me. Actually, no. It's boredom. It's more for the kids, but we don't really have anything else. It's fine, thank you. Have fun! A board game? Really? I know it's not Nitsky's textile merchant, but I suppose it's better than nothing. Textile merchant? Nitsky? It's a game. Never mind. Well, I'm not convinced that this will accomplish anything, unless your goal is to make me regret this day. No, somebody else can do a bad run if they want to, but it's not gonna be me. It seems to be a trivia game. Do you have a good general knowledge? Do you even know what kind of advanced knowledge I have to memorize and work with every single day? You bet I have good general knowledge. Certainly more than enough to beat a foreigner like you. Oh, we shall see. If you're so confident, maybe we should make a bet. What do you have in mind? Let's say if I win, I'll get to go on a real date with you. No fitting me in during a break, no complaining about everything, and no acting as if you're doing me a favor, especially because it was you who wanted to meet me in the first place. And if I win, I'll have you come in sometime so I can run more tests on you. Honestly, I'd probably do that anyway. Alright. Since it was your idea, it's only fair that I start. So, how does this work? It seems to be pretty simple. We take turns drawing cards and asking questions until we both ask a number that we agreed on beforehand. Whoever gets more right in the end wins. How many questions shall it be then? How about 5? Let's make it 3. Not sure how long this will take, and my break won't be for too long either. Alright, go ahead then. I saw mischief in her eyes, her stare piercing, paired with the hint of an arrogant smirk that exposed her anticipation. She seemed confident that she would win and loved every second of it. I am having the exact same expression right now. I am even rubbing my hands together maniacally. You can hear me rubbing my hands, right? I don't know if my microphone can pick that up or not. Slowly, her hand went over to the deck of cards and drew the topmost. Who is cited as one of our most important historians, his work spanning over 20 books, credited with mapping out our entire history since the beginning of sentience? Okay, I don't know if any of these answers are actually the correct one, but I did look at my original recording and I know it's not Otomo Izumi. It would be really funny if it was Damien Dandelion. But I'm going to guess Ezeek Akil. How could you even know something like that? You've only been here for, what, a few days? B-Force is pointing out that Izumi is the administrator. Oh yeah. I'm terrible with names. Kiba says Sans would notice the abuse of saves. Well, too bad. Before says you learned the name from the question in Remy's first meeting. Well, I am 90% certain that that was an option I could choose the first time I played, and I had not had Remy's first meeting at the time. What did I choose again? Ezeek Akil. So it's not even the correct answer. Izumi's name is not. Anyway, yeah. It was not a lucky guess. Maybe you shouldn't underestimate me, for you see, I am a secret time traveler. Maybe. Let's see how you fare with your first question. Bring it. How far can you walk into the woods? Only until the middle. Anything after that and you're walking out of the woods again. I'm glad I didn't get that question, by the way. I would not get that. You're right. That's a rather weird question, though. I suppose I read the right kinds of books growing up. I know most of those trick questions. And in my original playthrough, at this point I said, I hope I get one of those trick questions. And then I proceeded to get a trick question, and I got the trick question wrong. Let's see what the second question has in store for you, shall we? Alright, if there are 5 apples and you take away 3, how many do you have? 3. Guess you also know your trick questions. I do now. Okay, here's your question. In which year of our timeline did we gain sentience? 0. The beginning of our timeline marks the event when we gained sentience. Right again. Have you played this game before? It's a children's game. These questions aren't really a challenge. I'll just go ahead and draw the next card so we can end this. An adventurer who values his life has to choose between 3 rooms to cross. Which one of the following would be the safest? Number 1, a room filled with poisonous gas. Number 2, a room filled with 100 highly trained assassins. Number 3, a room submerged in water filled with alligators that have not eaten in 8 months. Originally, I chose number 3 because I figured that if they haven't eaten in 8 months, they'd be dead. But apparently, alligators can go a long time without food. Honestly, we should turn everybody in the world into alligators. That would solve the problem of... And I was hoping that I would remember the word for it by the time I finish that sentence. Hunger, world hunger, something like that. Anyway, the answer is none of these. That's right. All the rooms are equally deadly. Alligators can go up to 2 years or more without food, making room number 3 as deadly as the others. The other 2 rooms should not require any explanation. At least according to this card. To be honest, I think the answer is debatable. Don't worry, I'll still count it as the right answer for you. No need to get your tail caught in a door about it. I wish I had a tail that could get caught in a door. And then hopefully proceed to not get it caught in the door. Looks like this is going to be the last question. Just get it over with already. What is the approximate acceleration speed of a nose-diving flyer? I'll have to think about that one for a minute. I was just kidding. I still could have calculated that. Okay, here's the real question. What is the only substance known to be lighter in its solid form compared to its liquid state? Water. That seems to be correct. Of course it is, duh. Achievement unlocked, general knowledgeist. You answered Anna's questions correctly. Feel free to imagine a celebratory rain of confetti poured down on you if that makes you feel good. Hold on a sec. Confetti PNG. Show me one that is transparent. That'll do. Save image. PNG, save. And here we go. Whee! Credit to whoever it was that made that image. Thank you, Google search. Who made that image anyway? Wow, this page has like 10 paragraphs explaining what confetti is. Like, no joke. It also does not say who made the image. Well, it appears to me that our game has ended in a tie. What do you propose? I say we both get our rewards. After all, we each made a good effort to get them. That's fine with me. I won't have a spot in the facility to do the test for a while, though, so I suppose next time we meet, it'll be a date. Don't forget what I said earlier about what I expect from you on this date. You better be on your best behavior. I'll try. Knowing what we do about the second date, would it actually be considered good behavior? I have my doubts. But thank you. In any case, I should head back to work. My break is just about over. See you soon then? Of course. And I'll make sure you deliver your part of the deal. Do you promise? See you soon. Despite all odds, I managed to match her perfect score in the game we played. Even though my bet of forcing her to go on a proper date with me was more to get back at her for her earlier rudeness, I had not expected this outcome. I was not even sure what I expected from this meeting in the first place, but now I was locked into going on a date with her and being her own personal guinea pig. How locked are we? Don't know yet. Whether anything good would come of this, I wasn't sure either. That is the hope, though. Impressed. So we can definitely expect a phone call from her that we will make sure to answer to. Okay, just to make sure, if I want to meet the 5th and final secret dragon, I have to meet with Bryce, and then on the next investigation, go to the grocery store. Am I correct? I didn't really write it down, but I want to make sure. That is a confirmation. Before says, definitely safe before the 3rd meeting. It is easy for that one to go wrong. Oh, I'll definitely be doing a bit of safe scumming. Anyway, we don't have time to do any of that right now. It is time for me to end today's stream. If you've enjoyed today's stream, feel free to give me a follow. I stream this every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. With that said, nobody I am following is doing a stream right now, so no raid to do. I will simply say thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.